Hey gang! Welcome back to another video of the Minecrafter's Guide to Minecrafting series. This one is going to be a 1.21 design using the new copper bulb. Yes, this is still Bedrock, and this is a experimental world, so you can have access to it, but it will not be 100% vanilla, but once 1.21 comes out, it will be. So this one is going to be a portal design that essentially turns itself off and turns itself back on as well with a press of a button using 1.21 copper bulb with some mechanics. Let's get into it. So to start this, essentially you're going to want to have this be your materials. Yes, this is a copper bulb, and yes, this is a 1.21 block, but this is still vanilla bedrock. However, it's in the experiments tab when you're creating a world, and it gives you access to that and all a bunch of other fun stuff. If you guys ever want to try that out. But your supply list will be right here, and this will work, I'm pretty sure, once 1.21 comes out. But yeah, your supply list will be right here, and then visual supplies right here, just like all my others videos in the series. But let's get into it. Okay, so what you need to do is, no matter the portal size, this has to be 3 wide on the bottom. And then you can essentially make this as tall as you want, but it has to be 3 wide. Or I know I've seen like a couple of people do like round portals. I don't necessarily know how they do that, but I don't know this would work for that one. I know this works for this, but you do need this to be 3 wide. Or I guess you could do 2 wide and just scrunch them together. But for my design, it needs to be 3 wide. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is do dispenser here, then fill in the whole back area. Come on. And then you're going to want to dig essentially down a pit that's going to be 2 blocks deep and 4 blocks long. And then also it's going to need to be, this will get wider as the time goes on, or the second part of the circuit. So for the first part of the circuit, each dispenser right here needs a torch. And then you're gonna go ahead and take your copper bulb and put one right here and one right here. And now whichever one you want the flint to be on, that copper bulb needs to be on automatically. Mine's gonna be on the right. So what you want to do is you're gonna want to go ahead and do that, and you want to power it, and this needs to be on. One of them always needs to be on, and one of them always needs to be off for this system to work. Okay, next up, you're going to want to put a comparator in front of both of them. And this is essentially what replaces the block swapper that I was using to turn a single pulse into a sustained pulse, or a sustained circuit. And then building block right there, and then redstone dust across this, and then when this powers, it will swap them, which means this one will then turn on, and this one will turn off. Okay, now the only difference is when you put the powdered snow or the water or whatever you're using to break the portal in here, and it has a bucket, mine will have a bucket, I'm using powdered snow, you will essentially not be able to relight the portal because it will stay out there. So how we fix that system is we go in here, we do a comparator on the back side of the lamp. This has to be the flint and steel one. You go ahead and you take your circuit off of here, and you want to go ahead and break this, and you're going to want to go ahead and drop 1 block lower and break 1 block out this way. Okay, then you want to come down, and you're going to want to go ahead and go into a four-tick repeater right here, have redstone go into there, have a repeater go into right here, have a redstone dust go into the repeater, and then have a repeater go into here, and then a redstone dust going into this block that also will power this. And then what you're going to want to go ahead and do is you're going to want to cover this part up, and take your flint, and then take whatever substance you want to possibly use. You can use water, you can use powdered snow. I'm using powdered snow so that way I don't have to have a piston come up in front, but I don't like dealing with it, and I want to keep carpets perfectly safe. Where did I put that flint steel? Flint steel. Okay, breaker. portal lighter. Okay, now go ahead and take your dust and trail it off of here. And it could also like link off the backside, but this dust is just gonna be your power line. And then go ahead and take a futon or the pressure plate or whatever else you want to use. Put it down. Press it once. And voila, there's the portal lighting. And then press it one more time. And voila, it turns off. And there's no more powdered snow in here to block it. So that way when you press it again, it reignites. Okay, so the last step is essentially decorate your portal. This one I went to go ahead and do like a modern type aesthetic, as you can see here by like the cube I built around it. This one did have a target block. You don't actually need the target block. This was part of the testing. This is my testing area. But as you can see, it essentially works the exact same. And then when this one's on, as you can tell, this is off then, and then this is powering this. And then what happens is when you press this button, this will turn off. And and then this will also turn off. This will also like pulse. But this will turn the sustained pulse into a single pulse, which will essentially make this flicker on again, and essentially then this will have an empty bucket, and it'll make it re-scoop the snow back up into the bucket, or re-scoop the water, or re-scoop the lava, or however you want to do that. But yeah, guys. So then you turn it off. You go through the portal. And then you essentially do whatever you need to do in the nether. So you need to go to a fortress, or you want to go find a Soulstone Valley, which I actually spawned in, or you want to go find a bastion, or you want to use it for like a nether hub. You can do that, then you come back through. You press the button, and it turns back off. And see, it actually resucks up the snow again. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video.